Welcome to day 5. All right, everyone. Welcome. Today we want to celebrate her bare power. It's a bare celebration day. So I have a non-alcoholic berries punch celebrating you. Nice and cold. Look, I do want to say that if you watch every video this week, if you follow the questions and your answers into the workbook, chances are that you already start to, you began to rewiring your brain as far as acceptance and self-love and self-care goes. So I would love to hear from you. Please leave in the comments or email me or share as a post in this group. What was the biggest insight that you got in this week? Also, I want to acknowledge, and I want you to acknowledge for yourself, that most likely you have created your own unique and powerful self-love practice. So today, as the last day, the day of celebration, I do want to give you a last practice to add on top of the other 4. And this is my favorite one. You guess it, is celebrating yourself. A bare celebration. The bare power, it's in celebrating yourself. All of you, all about you. The body, the beliefs, the habits, the senses, the way of doing things, all about you. The beautiful outcome, the mistakes, everything about you to be celebrated. But very important, to be celebrated by you. We no longer want to put on others the feeling of self-worth and love and acceptance and beauty. We want to be the ones that we see first in ourselves, the beauty, the worthiness, the confidence, everything. So how we do that? By including in our daily practice, self-celebration practice. And I will share with you part of my daily practice. And I want to focus on the morning practice. First thing when you wake up, or first thing when I wake up, it's really taking a moment to greet the day, to feel the sheets, the pillow. And if you sleep naked, so much better. Every morning while brushing my teeth, it's to meet the person in the mirror all over again, as it is my truly belief that we wake up as a new person every day, is really getting curious. Who is she? What does she like? What does she learn? Who is she today? It's like 2 minutes, right? Brushing your teeth. Every morning, I like to play, usually I play French cafe music, because when I'm preparing my coffee, and I already shared with you about coffee, is like, that's what I want to hear in the background. That's what I want to hear. And it just takes me back to Paris, like the smell of the coffee, even though I prefer Italian coffee. An espresso, but the smell of the coffee, the freshly baked bread, and the little butter and the little jam, and it's like, it's just waking so many senses. We already talked about that practice in the previous days. And then every morning, just sitting in silence, eating my breakfast, enjoying my time. It's like really getting present with being mindful about the process of eating. And sometimes it's in silence. Sometimes the music is still playing, and sometimes I might just listen to some inspirational talks or whatever I feel. I allow to give myself what I need and what I want every morning in every practice. So also in my morning routine, before breakfast or after, depends how the day goes, I include meditation or pray or setting the intentions, right? Like really honoring what I am calling for. It's not that I'm doing all these things every morning, but some morning I just called for just sitting in a silence, like meditating. Some mornings I'm called to pray, being grateful for things and thankful for things or for how I feel. And some mornings, like when I meet that girl in the mirror, most of morning is in that process is also happening when I'm setting the intentions. Or doing my dishes after my breakfast is I'm setting the intention for the day. I decide how I want to feel for the rest of the day. I decide what I'm available for. And what I'm available for goes for people, for emotions, for experiences, right? So could be incorporated into a morning practice, this setting the intention for the day. And then in the end of all of that, I usually do a stretch or a move. Sometimes I feel like dancing. Sometimes I just feel like stretching my body, right? To really be fully awakened and alert. At this point, and it took me a minute to get here, like nothing work-wise happens in my day before 10 a.m. So when I usually wake up with the sunrise, and I do have my blinds open, so every time I wake up, it's day in my room. It's like I could see the sun because my bed and my window is facing the east. So when the sun rises, so I usually wake up 6 something or 7, right? But I'm giving myself about 3 hours to wake up and to really land into the day and land into my life and figure out who I am today before I engage with other people, even if it's people, clients, speaking engagement or whatever, or just engage in my business, right? Now, look, I know this sounds good for some of you, and maybe some of you wonder like, yeah, but what the hell am I doing if I have to be at work at 7 o'clock or I have children to attend to and so on. And I know how that is. I used to be a single mom for 10 years of my child life. And I remember the times when I was running a full-time job, being a single parent. I didn't have a car. I didn't have the financial resources to hire a nanny. So I was like on a go 24/7, right? So I wake up very early, drop the kid to school, catching the bus, go to work, catching the bus, come back, pick up the kid from after school program, come home, do the dinner, do the laundry, start all over again next day. I get it. And I also do not appreciate when people tell you this is what you're supposed to do in the evening, this is what you're supposed to do in the morning. Like, screw that. Figure out your own menu. This is an opportunity, an invitation for you to create your own menu and set it in the time of the day where you can, right? So why is very important to set up, like for me, the time that I share with you, I only have time for myself and self-care in the evening. When I go to bed, I might do a stretch, or I might pray, or I might other things, right? And of course, the self-care was very limited. Like I give myself permission to put some makeup on before I rush out the door in the morning. And that was self-care. It's a little as I could do, or just set an intention, but it was not even a positive intention. It was like, oh my God, I hope that I'm not getting another bill today, was kind of my intentions back then, brushing my teeth, right? So allow yourself to meet yourself where you are, and take care of yourself and love yourself when you can. And it might feel like you want to fit your schedule, and that's okay, until you, little by little, you get into a space where you could actually arrange your schedule around your lifestyle. So how we get from here to here? First thing first, the best tool that I could offer you is creating your own menu. Create your own menu. So what that might look like. Write down the things that you love and that you like, that makes you feel cared for or loved, right? And then when you have all this, do a P100, as I like to offer all the time, meaning 100 things. And then when you have all this, split them into by the length of time. How long does it take for that practice to happen? Is it taking a minute? Is it taking 5 minutes? Do you need an hour? Right? If self-care is taking a quick cold shower, that might be an activity that takes 2 minutes. Let's say 5, because you also have to dry off and get out of the bathroom and all that. If you your intention is, one thing on your self menu is meditating 5 minutes every day, then that's 5 minutes. If it's meditating 30 minutes every day, that's 30 minutes. So the reason that I ask you to have your own menu, to create your own menu, is that then during the day, and especially when you feel tired or depleted or triggered or angry or all the emotions on the lower scales of emotions and feelings, that's the moment when you go to your menu and you say, okay, how much time I have? 3 minutes. What do I have here? 3 minutes that I could give myself so I could feel a little bit better. How that sounds? Let me know in the comments if you're here live, if this sounds like a good idea, or if this sounds like something you might want to try on. Welcome all the way from Canada. A lot of Canadians in this group. When I wake up in the morning, I set up the intention for the bed to make himself, dishes to place themselves in a cupboard, and the house to be clean. Yes. Well, I know her sense of humor. For those of you that don't get it, just allow yourself to smile about it. But here's the thing, though. That's very powerful, because you know what? I do know people that I always recommend, like, the best way to shift the energy is through movement. And my favorite one, my favorite movement is dancing. I love to dance. And let's take that as an example. I know people that they are not comfortable dancing, but there is the power of thought. It's a real thing, though. So while you're brushing your teeth, you could actually, in your mind, see yourself dancing, right? In your mind, as we have this comment, you could see yourself, your bed being made. You could see yourself, your dishes being washed and be put away. If that spark a 2 seconds of feeling good in your body, that's absolutely fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. So thank you for putting that. I'm not sure that that was the intention that landed there, but it's a really good example how we could visualize, we could see it with our mind eyes, the things, like even when it's coming to the body image, and those of us that we want to be more fit or more strong, or some people want to gain more muscle, some people want to lose some body fat, whatever your situation might be, it's really starting in your mind, though. It's really starting in your mind, and like see yourself, because look, if we are in a situation that we don't feel good about what's happening, I don't believe in such a thing, motivation, like oh, I need to get out of here because it hurts so bad. But it's really hard. You could work with that, but might be really hard. But if you see it in your mind where you want to go and you get excited about it, and you could feel how that good is going to feel, now that's what it's going to pull you forward. So we don't need motivation anymore. We have a dream. So, well, we want to allow the dream to pull us forward, and starting here, because it's not tangible. We don't have it. We don't know what feels. We just imagine. So we love imagination to pull us forward. So that could be an amazing thing to have it on your self-care, self-love menu. And then when you do that, like even in like, okay, I would love to dance for 5 minutes, but I don't have the time. I need to pack the lunch boxes for 4 children to take to school, right? You could imagine yourself dancing, or you could shake your booty while doing those lunches. Like, do what you can and allow yourself to let that be enough and sufficient. And here's the main idea for all of this, okay? If we want to learn and develop a practice that becomes a habit, that becomes second nature of self-love and self-care and pleasure and satisfaction and happiness and joy and everything else above that, right? We want to create this kind of self-care, self-love that it's not a result of hard work. That is not a result of how great it's going to look like. That it's not as a result of how efficient I was. Like, oh my God, I have 17 things on my menu and today I did 7 of them. Nobody cares. That's not the reason you're doing it. Don't let that be the reason. Do it just because. Do it because it makes you feel good. Do it because it's fun. Do it because it will change your vibration, it'll change your energy, and it's gonna direct you towards pleasure. And it will, for sure, when that happens, gonna change the course of your life, of your day, every day, and ultimately of your life. So if you're not physically fit or not able to dance, dance in your mind. And just notice what that feels in your body. Right? You could imagine how energy is shifting. You don't have time to work out or to stretch. You could do the distance, like walk the distance from the bathroom to the kitchen or whatever your walks are in the morning around the house through lunges. That's gonna burn your behind. That's gonna do something to your legs and to your muscles, and let that be sufficient. You don't have time to go to the gym or whatever, do squats for 2 minutes while you're brushing your teeth. Let that be enough, because it is so much more than doing nothing. And then again, celebrate yourself. Celebrate for those 3 lunches. Celebrate yourself for smelling your coffee in the morning. Celebrate yourself for turning off the TV and actually pay attention to what are you eating. Celebrating yourself for paying attention to the texture of your food and really savor the taste. Celebrate yourself for everything that you do for yourself. It is your life. There are your rules, and you matter the most in your life. So allow me to celebrate yourself. And this is where we are closing this 5-day event. I want to thank you all of you that show up live, all of you that show up at the replay, all of you that contact me on the private channels. And on the other hand, I do want to invite you and stretch you into communicating inside the group and step into being visible, first of all, for yourself, and second, for other people that are, they need more role models to to show up live and visible and share and with us where they are and what they want to do. I know that you could go on the Bare page on my website. It's simonaspark.com/bare, and you could find all the spaces. And once again, I want to invite you to follow the Bare Lifestyle podcast, where I'm addressing a lot of taboo topics. And this season, we have amazing guest speakers, and we're going to talk about some serious taboo topics. So exciting. I can't wait. That's that. I thank you all again. I don't know how many times I say thank you. I don't want to leave, but I will. And I will see you next time in the next space. Love you all. Bye.